Greetings, class. Thank you for joining us. Today's conversation is going to be about weight loss secrets, 3 of them. Got them right here. 3 secrets they don't want you to know. We'll talk about why they don't want you to know and help get you on track. If you're new to the channel, my name is Troy, and I'm going to help you lose some weight if that's what you want to do. I lost over 100 pounds, and I believe in you. And if you can just put the fork down, fatty, for a second to watch the video here, we'll get you back on track. So secret number 1, that would be that everyone is different. You need to be very careful who you compare yourself to, because there is that guy out there who eats the fast food and doesn't work out, and he's still, a better athlete. He's better looking, he's stronger, he's faster, he has the hotter girlfriend, he has the better life, he has more money, all of these things. And it's not because they did anything special. It's just because that person had better genetics or better luck or a better hormonal profile or something that is just completely, really just out of their control. So there are those freaks of nature out there who are able to really just thrive at minimal or no effort. And so you got to be so careful comparing yourself to that person. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're an overweight person, then guess what? You are going to have to try harder than the person who has never been overweight. And be so careful about comparing yourself, because everyone really is different. And like, that person has no idea what it's like to be overweight because they don't struggle with that. They don't struggle with like the food noise. I lost over 100 pounds. Trust me. I know what it's like to be overweight and how hard it is to walk that path on trying to lose the weight. And when you compare yourself to people and you say, oh, my friend Chad is ripped and these are the things that he does, and you watch him, and then so you do that stuff and it's not working for you, right? And it's because you're just 2 entirely different situations. Got to be so careful about that comparison game, and really just recognize the fact that everyone is different. And with that, right, you might have to try harder. It might be harder for you than it is for other people. That's a fact. If you're an overweight person, guess what? That's a fact. I hate to do the victim thing, but really, it's harder for you. There's a reason for that, and probably it's because of your intense hunger drive that other people don't have, so they have no point of reference to understand what that's like, and it's a challenge that you have, so you have to try harder. You may have to do more. You may have to try harder. You may have to go that extra length. You may have to do whatever it takes because it's harder for you. And it's harder for some people than it is for others because we're all different. Everyone is different. And the reason that they don't want you to know that is because for whatever reason, it probably makes you more controllable. It makes you a better slave, but we like to put everybody into a box. And so that's why they don't want you to know that everyone is different, because they're always telling us that everyone is the same, right? And everyone can do every job and so on and so forth. But actually, people are different, and people have a different experience. It's harder for some people than it is for others. Don't want to beat a dead horse on that, but you need to understand that if you're going to make some progress. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 is, and this is good news, there are 9 million ways that work. When you're trying to lose weight, there's a million ways. You can do calorie restriction. You can do Atkins. You can do intermittent fasting. You can do macros. You can do elimination diet. You could be a vegan. You could be a vegetarian. You could be a caveman style eater. There are so many ways that work. And so really, back to point 1, you have to be careful who you take advice from, because everyone is going to tell you that their way works, especially if they're selling you a way. Oh, I have a program. You got to follow the Troy program. Got Guys, there's 9 million paths. Picture like climbing up a mountain, right? A really tall mountain, the tallest mountain in the world. Tallest mountain in the world, there's 9 million paths to get to the top of that thing, right? However, you go up the north, the west, the east, the south, whichever way you go up. And in that, there's all these variations, right? There's a million ways. Success in weight loss and body transformation, shit, I just lost my light. It's the same way, guys. There's so many different paths. And considering the fact, like I said, back to point one, everyone is different. Something different works for different people. We don't know, right? So that guru, it can be helpful to have a coach. If I was climbing Everest, I would want to have a guide. So if I was trying to lose weight or get in shape, I would want someone, the Mr. Olympia has a coach. They hire a person, just like a mountain climber, right? They hire a person so that you don't have to look around and waste energy not knowing where you're going. Your coach is just like, here, do this. And then it makes it easier for you when you're in the midst of it all. But with that, if someone tells you that they know, especially that they know what works for you, I would hope that you would be smarter than that. I don't try to do that to you because you are the expert on you. So a lot of this really is about like autonomy, and it's about power and agency, and you really have to step into that for yourself on this journey. It's super important. It's really what this is all about. And it's about freedom too, because, if you are just kind of blindly going along with the herd, right? In scenario number one there, if you look around, like, are most people in great shape? According to statistics, no, most people are overweight and they're obese. And if you're trying to break free from that, then you got to be willing to ruffle some feathers, because you're going to be doing things that are different than what everybody else is doing. So you got to be okay with that. You got to be okay to be a little bit weird. And you really have to go your own way. You got to find what that is for you, because we're all different, and there's 9 million ways that work. All right, and now finally, you wouldn't be watching this video, especially this far, if you hadn't been really trying everything, probably trying things and failing. And the point of this video, I'm really trying to get you on track so that it's a little bit easier than last time. And the thing I want you to keep in mind is that I'm sure that you've already tried this, and it's why I don't harp this in the videos, but eat less, move more. Eat less, move more is really bullshit, right? It's an oversimplification of a really complex issue. And I'd be willing to bet that you tried that. And like, how did it go? Right? If you're watching a video, if you're still struggling, then it probably went for you like it goes for most people. It's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable, guys. Like, most people would really do well to do that, right? To move more and to eat a little bit less, but you can't just keep doing that, because there's going to come a point where you can't possibly move anymore, and restricting on the diet, where that goes also. So it's a dead end street. It's an oversimplification, and if you're doing your research and you're actually taking a look at it, you're steps ahead. You're just so far ahead of your peers. So pat yourself on the back for that. But be careful, because many people don't get past that phase. So what you got to do is you got to start putting it into action, and just taking a look at some of these things, being mindful, because this is what it's all about. Appreciate you guys watching the video. 3 things. Let me know what your 3 things are in the comments. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.